Hi, how are you? Welcome to Ask Wayne, everyone. Today I have Wayne with me, and Wayne, I'm going to let you take it away and share your story.
Well, thank you very much. When I have to say, I appreciate very much the opportunity to talk with you, and I have enjoyed the conversation that we've had. My name is Wayne Altman, and I own a company called Melody Clouds. Melody Clouds is a meditation and binaural beat and solfeggio website. Helps people relax. And if you're not familiar with solfeggio or binaural beats, I can briefly explain that to you.
I am the only thing I'm not familiar with, and I'll admit, I am familiar with binaural beats, but for those who just thought you spoke French, explain what binaural beats is, and then explain the solfeggio part. And I may be it, I probably pronounced that wrong
No.
because I have never heard about that in my life. But God knows I need this website, and
Well,
I'll explain why in a minute.
Here's the gist of it. So binaural beats are two frequencies actually, and the two frequencies are used to your brain waves operate at a certain frequency. Binaural beats, we introduce two frequencies to get your brain to operate at a better frequency. So in other words, let me give you an example. So if you're feeling grief, if someone out there is feeling grief, we have the ability to interfere with the frequency of grief and give them a moment of respite, give them the ability to not feel overwhelming, crushing grief and actually experience joy. If they're going through a divorce, if they're going through a death in the family, a lot of people have, just this overwhelming, crushing grief. And if you can introduce a solfeggio frequency or even a binaural beat, it actually blocks their brain's ability to feel that grief, and they get a break. Or let's say that you have trouble sleeping. A lot of people have trouble sleeping. They will lay in bed and their mind is racing and going, a mile a minute. We have the ability to, they can listen to some music with a solfeggio frequency. That frequency will drop you like a sack of potatoes. It'll automatically send you right into REM sleep. And I will add, it will do that without the use of medication, without the side effects that medication will bring with it, without the addictive qualities that some medications bring. So this is music. This is something that we listen to all the time.
Yeah. And you guys know I live next to and on one of the worst highways on the planet called the 101. And I
Yeah.
use music every single night. And it was so funny because when I got down here on March 19th, I landed in bed at about 9 p.m., 7 p.m. And on March 20th, I was making phone calls to say I made it down here safely and yeah, all
Right.
that good stuff. And the first words out of my mouth, because I came off a very quiet pin drop. You could hear the river, you could hear dogs barking if you wanted to. Straight, pin drops, quiet, straight compared to the 101. The 101 is the largest highway in Phoenix, Arizona. And I said, make the 101 go away.
Go
I
away.
kept telling people, make the 101 go away. And we're finally getting a sound wall outside my home. And I begged and pleaded the state of Arizona for that. And that's a long story in itself and long time coming. But yeah, because and people like, why do you sleep with music? And I say I have to block the noise coming
100%.
off the 101 because otherwise I won't sleep.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that because, let me tell you a quick story. So, and I was only aware of this week. I wasn't aware of this until this week. Now, the reason that I started Melody Clouds is because I suffer from a condition called tinnitus or tinnitus. Some people call it tinnitus. And it is a constant, high-pitched ringing in my ear, and it is horrible. I mean, it is constant. This former CEO of Texas Roadhouse actually committed suicide because his tinnitus was so bad. It's very widely reported. And I wish I had had a chance to speak with him beforehand, because the solfeggio frequency that I listen to is that and when I'm listening to that music, it's the only time in the last 20 years that I have experienced silence.
Wow.
I can put headphones on, listen to this music, and I do not hear that constant ringing. Like right now, when I'm talking to you, I hear it in my ears. I hear this really bad ringing and whining in my ear. And anyone that suffers from it will tell you that it can be pretty horrific.
Yeah.
If you drink caffeinated beverages, coffee, tea, caffeine, Diet Coke, which I drink a lot of, it can exasperate that problem. It can make that problem even worse. And but that's really what started me with Melody Clouds. That's what, when I discovered that I could actually hear silence, I knew I was on something.
Yeah.
And it's not just that. It also can improve your focus. It can improve it's funny. People ask me a lot, how do I know that, this isn't some kind of mumbo jumbo? I'll tell you. Every movie that's ever been made, with the exception of 12, have a musical score, have a soundtrack. Even when movies were silent movies, they would have someone playing the piano during that silent movie. And there's a reason. Because the images on the screen, people needed to be told how to feel about those images.
Yeah.
One of the only movies, Wall-E, for an hour of that movie, cute movie, everyone loves Wall-E, little robot running around.
Yeah.
They don't realize that for over an hour, there was not a conversation. The only thing was a soundtrack playing. And not only did adults, you would expect them to have the attention span, but it would grab children, and even children were able to listen, pay attention to, and know exactly how to feel during that movie. So music has always been a way for us to relate to one another on how to feel or how to express emotion.
And believe it or not, you guys, I don't talk about this very much, but I am a semi good singer, believe it or not. Believe it or not. And so what really started me on this track is the singing track, is because I lost my mom and I lost my dad, and I needed something to release everything that's gone on in my life. And yes, mental health therapy does help, but Jesus, let me tell you, singing has, and I don't do it in public because
You share that.
no,
Me
I don't
either.
do it in public, but I do it if I have the time. I do it. I do have a professional vocal coach who I work with.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and I don't talk about that very much, but you guys know I love music, and you guys know by now that they've done studies over the years of dementia, cerebral palsy, and one other disability.
Just going to bring that up.
And go ahead, and then I'll finish.
Yeah. You're right. This area, PTSD, dementia, a lot of different ailments of the brain. They're doing a lot of study. They know what frequencies our thoughts and our emotions operate on. It makes 100% perfect sense. If you walk into a church and they're playing organ music and it's very, reverential, that you're going into a service that's going to be, that type of service. However, if you go to a church in the South and they're singing and they're joyful, and that's what the message that they're trying to convey in there as well, you cannot help but catch that joy from that. It's amazing. But that's not all. Right now, we just added our 17,000th audiobook. Some people like reading books. I like being read too. So we have included 17,000 audiobooks in 46 languages. Our subscribers are from all over the world. 216 different languages our website is translated into. We have subscribers pretty evenly from the United States, EU. So this isn't just for people in the US. This is definitely a worldwide. People are very interested in this across the world.
Wow. And how come I've not heard of you guys?
Yeah,
How come
I'll tell you,
not...
because we started June 1st. I realize that we're very young, but we have an app that will be available on the iOS platform and Android platform within the month. This month, we'll be releasing that app.
Yes.
It's ready. We're just waiting for the two platforms to include us.
Yeah.
Right now, our website last month, we had 45,000 in the first month hits to the website. And one of the things too is for your listeners, we are doing a special. So it's $2.99 for 60 days. They get to try it. They get to see exactly what we're all about. And after that, it's $5.99, which, if you're familiar with any of the other, websites similar or apps similar, you said it, they're great.
They're great. And
we're about a third of the cost. We're not paying LeBron James. They're paying me. They're paying me to do. I'm not LeBron James. So, we're introducing. We want as many people to be able to be exposed to this as possible. It crushes me to know that someone took their life, and many reports that because they couldn't find relief from something like tinnitus. It really crushes me that I feel like I could have helped that person.
Yeah. No. And it crushes me when the mother with the child with cerebral palsy goes, my child can't sleep. And the mother with the autistic child goes, my child can't sleep. And it crushes me knowing that two of my next door neighbors actually have autism. One is a little bit more of a hermit than the other one.
Right.
But there are days where his mom will say, this person did not sleep. And so then she can't function because he's on the tail. And so it crushes me that in the disabled population, sleeping is a real problem.
Yeah. Well, you must be psychic, because I was just going to mention to you that not only, we have the music and meditation for people that are older. Yeah. I've added over 800 hours of lullabies to the website. And interesting that I cut those lullabies in 20-hour segments. In other words, if you young mothers that are out there, that they just had a baby, the baby has not been able to self-soothe yet, I did that especially for you. So when you go in at night and put your baby down, turn on the lullabies, when that baby wakes up in the middle of the night, they're going to hear the same lullaby that they heard as they went to sleep. They will be able to learn to self-soothe very, very quickly. And we have anecdotal, I'm a very good friend of mine just had a baby. She came to me and she's like, the first week, my son was up every 15 minutes. I put those lullabies on and slept through the night. And I would not even think that someone's going to put their child down for 20 hours. That's not why I did it. The baby will wake up when the baby wakes up after a restful night's sleep. But I wanted to make sure that was plenty of time. Put the child down, let them self-soothe or learn to self-soothe very quickly. And then, both of you are fresh when you start your day. You have a much better relationship with people when everyone has the right amount of sleep.
Yes, I have to learn that. And fun fact, with cerebral palsy and lack of sleep, oh boy, that's not a good combo, because cerebral palsy is a neurological condition. And part of my neurological condition is muscle spasms, meaning I jump off a foot, and when I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, I will jump off the foot. And so lack of sleep and muscle spasms, not a good combo at all. Not a good combo at all. So yes, I am going to subscribe when the app is ready to go. At least
well, everyone can go in right now. All of the music, there's over 8,000 hours of music. There's 17,000 audiobooks. It is ready to go. You can go in right now online. And by the way, if someone subscribes online, and when the app does come out, they will be notified. All of our subscribers are notified. They pay nothing extra for the app. So when the app does come out, so I don't want to stop anyone from subscribing. I'm letting you know that I'm not charging one dime for the app. That the app is just another method that I'm using to give you the music that in the solfeggio frequencies, the binaural beats. We've got guided meditation, and shortly I will be able to. We are doing a 10-part hypnosis, so you'll be able to stop smoking, lose weight, or improve your public speaking, because I have someone that is doing a 10-part hypnosis section that excuse me, sorry, had to sneeze. But they will a 10-part hypnosis. So first 5 parts is general hypnosis, and then for anyone that's familiar with that, they will be able to stop smoking, help themselves, stop smoking with weight loss, which I had to use, and improving focus or public speaking. I'm very proud of this app. I got to tell you, I love the app and the website. I really do feel like it helps a lot of people. I had someone, as a matter of fact, someone that I went to school with just last week. He drives truck across the country. And so we sat down. He was finally in the area where I live. And so I sat across from him. He goes, "Hey, I got the subscription. Thank you." He goes, "I tried the Focus solfeggios." And I said, "Hey, how'd it go, Scott? How did it go?" And he said, "Well, I wasn't tired. So not only do I have sleep, the solfeggios, the binaural beats that help you sleep, but I also have Focus that will allow you to focus in, get in the zone, and do complete tasks that normally would exhaust you mentally." So I invite everyone to try that one as well.
Oh, yes. we will, because I think this is the next best thing. And I'm just saying that when the app is ready to go, I'll download it, because you guys know I love my app, and
Yeah.
you guys know that if a person is interviewed on my podcast, I try my best to support them and follow their work. So, yes, I want you guys to start thinking about downloading this app when it's ready to go, because, yeah, we need to change the habits of 2020. We need to change the habits of not sleeping, and we need to change the habits of coronavirus and being so ever loving scared about COVID. As you guys know, I got COVID. Me,
Oh, wow.
I got COVID in January. Long That's a long story, but me, I got COVID. You guys asked me about my lungs, because, as you know, I have weakened lungs due to asthma and due
Sure.
to cerebral palsy combined. So weak lungs, COVID don't mix. But
No.
I was able to recover at home. But that said, I now granted, if I was having symptoms, I would go into the hospital. But I would definitely use a meditation app or your app, Wayne, because it's going to help, especially those who are in the hospital with COVID. It's going to help drown out the ever loving beeps and the ever loving
Well,
everything.
there's that reason, but there's also this. So the reason that we have hospitals to begin with is to provide people a safe, quiet place to recover. It allows your brain is what allocates resources for your healing. It's in charge. It tells the lungs, it sends resources wherever it needs to go. Now, when you use something like a binaural beat, when you use a calm, when you're trying to calm someone down, you want to put them in a warm, safe, dry area, so their brain is relaxed and can allocate those resources. And that's the reason we have hospitals to begin with, is so you recover quicker. If you left someone on the side of the street, they're probably not going to recover nearly as, if they recover, they're not going to recover as quickly as they would if you put them in a place where their brain, they feel safe, they're warm, they're dry, and they're relaxed. So yeah, 100%. This definitely helps people to recover far quicker than they would normally.
Yeah. So as we end this, where can people find you, and where can people get a hold of you if they need to get a hold of you? And
Right.
yes, I think all the podcasters out there need to get a hold of Wayne, because
Thank you.
I think he's phenomenal, and I just think all the podcasters out there need to give him a push to the top of the App Store.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that would
saying,
definitely be
because
appreciated.
top
Well,
of the App Store. Thank you very much.
Yeah, getting in touch with me is very easy. They can go to melodyclouds.com. And there's a form there if you want to reach out to me, or they can email me directly. My email address is Wayne Altman, ALTMAN, at melodyclouds.com. And they can reach me. I answer everyone. I spend a lot of time answering emails and stuff. So I will definitely get around to anyone that has questions. If they want to extend an invitation, I'm more than happy to come and speak to pretty much anybody about, what we have, what we're doing.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Well, it's going to be the next best thing. And I mark my words. I think we're going to beat the app calm out of the water. Mark my words when I say that.
From your lips to God's ears.
Yeah, I mark my words when I say that, because it's we need to start changing the habits that we all got into in 2020 in the lockdown, and going to the grocery store, and just we need to
I did this, and I priced this so we could both coexist. There is a large segment of people. We're in a recession when people are hurting. And I am very aware of that. So I made it a very from the very first day. I knew that I was going to price this offering to people where it was affordable. I mean, $5.99 is less than a gallon of gas where I live in California. Okay.
Yep.
So, for a gallon of gas per month, you have full access to both the app and the website, all of the music, all of the audiobooks, all of the solfeggios, binaural beats, the lullabies, that you have access to everything. We also have a lifetime subscription, and we have a yearly subscription offer too. But, generally people prefer the subscription based, the best way is really the subscription based. That's why I push it. But there's other ways of getting it.
I know you people love your Netflix, but please, 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 please consider stopping the Netflix and getting into a good habit of focus, and getting into a good habit of not smoking, and getting into a good habit. So
let's get healthy.
Let's get healthy. Thank you. What Wayne said. Let's get healthy, and let's get brains healthy, and let's get everyone healthy, and then we can basically make this world a better place. And with that, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you guys later. Bye, you guys.